first, live, local. This is Fox 12 Now.
Hello, everyone. This is Fox 12 Now. I'm Greg Nibbler. Thank you all for joining us. That is a live look there from our Shriners Cam of downtown Portland. And I have to say, just looking at this, without knowing what the temperature is outside, it looks pretty amazing right now. Actually, I mean, those clear skies are great, but I don't think that's going to last all week. And that's what we're going to be discussing. Again, this is Fox 12 Now. We're live here from the Fox 12 Oregon newsroom, as we are every weekday, covering a wide range of topics. So I appreciate you joining us. But is there snow and ice on the way? That is the question everybody's talking about right now. And we're going to get down to that and learn a little bit more about it right now from the National Weather Service. We have a lead meteorologist, Hannah Chandler-Cooley, joining us. And Hannah, thanks for being here. And, you know, we thought we were going to get this last week. I know everybody, you know, leading up to it, we thought there was going to be a lot of snow, and not so much really came through. But this week seems like it might be shaping up to be a little different. So I guess, can you let us know, you know, what we're looking at here as far as why we're so cold right now?
Sure. So right now we are as cold as we are just because we've had this cold air mass that's been moving south from Canada and the Arctic, just right into the Pacific Northwest. And that's just been hanging around this area for the past couple of weeks.
And we've got that clear air right now for the most part. I mean, there's some clouds up there, but by and large, you know, compared to what it could be, it feels like it's pretty sunny. But it does seem that, you know, it sounds like something else is coming in. Can you talk about, you know, what potentially we can expect and what's being forecast for later on this week?
Yeah, so we do have a weather system that is on the way for Thursday into Friday, and then potentially more beyond that, the weekend into early next week. But this first weather system, Thursday into Friday, we are still having this cold air with the precipitation coming in. So we are seeing the potential for snow and freezing rain across much of northwestern Oregon and southwestern Washington as well.
And with that potential, you know, you said snow and or freezing rain. Are there particular areas that you know may be more likely to receive some of those as far as regions, you know, the coast or the coast range, or is it all a little bit up in the air right now?
Right. So there is still some uncertainty at this time with the forecast, but we do know that initially with this system, we will see a bit of a mix of winter precipitation. It'll likely start as snow for most areas and then transition into freezing rain at some point in the day on Thursday. In the central and southern Willamette Valley and the Coast Range into the coast, those areas do have a higher chance of seeing freezing rain over snow. Here in the Portland area, up into southwest Washington, that's a little more uncertain on whether we'll see snow or freezing rain. And then the Cascades will see mostly snow at this point.
But given the forecast right now and seeing what you're seeing, you do anticipate that there will be precipitation coming down in some way, shape, or form.
Yes, there will be some sort of precipitation. The amounts overall, you know, if we're looking at this as just rain, are not all that high. So, however, when you transition that into a winter type of weather, there still will be some sort. Snow amounts here in the lower elevations don't look all that high at this point, up to maybe an inch or so in that Thursday to Friday timeframe. But if we do end up getting freezing rain, there could be anywhere up to 1/10 of an inch, kind of in this Portland metro area and north into southwest Washington. And in those areas in the central southern Willamette Valley and in the Coast Range, we could actually see up to about 2/10 of an inch or so. And that doesn't sound like a lot of freezing rain, but it can actually cause quite a bit of an impact on roads and infrastructure.
Yeah, I was going to say maybe even potentially on limbs and trees and that kind of issue that could come with that. It does not take much ice to really shut this area down, and
Yes,
understandably
exactly.
so. Yeah, I mean it's so dangerous to drive on. So which is why it's great to try to anticipate, what's coming up. And I know that we're a few days out, and I know enough that, things can change a little bit and the predictions can change, but it sounds like, that precipitation is on the way in whatever form that is. How does this differentiate? Because I think a lot of us are still just thinking, we hear ice storm, we think about last year, that 2024 storm that really shut everything down for so long. How does this compare to that, at least as of now?
So at this point, it does not look like this event will be quite as impactful as January of last year. The temperatures that we are forecasting are not as cold as last year, as well as the winds are not expected to be as strong. We will still see some breezy winds, especially in the Portland metro area and to the east. We will have some stronger winds coming in through the Columbia River Gorge, but the winds that we had with that event last year were over 40 mile per hour wind gusts, and we are not expecting that in the metro area. Additionally, just the overall precipitation amounts are lower with this system. And so we are not expecting to see as much snow or freezing rain, or both, as we saw last year.
Okay, that's good. I'm sure that'll be a relief, at least as of now, that we're not expecting that much compared to last year in all of those categories. And you did mention one other thing too. You said the potential to go further into next week. That's out there?
Yes, so that is one thing that is still a little uncertain in terms of the type of precipitation, but we are seeing another weather system that Saturday night into Sunday timeframe, and there could be some scattered showers lingering, late Friday into Saturday as well. So there is the potential for this to be another multi-day event like we did see last year, but the amount of precipitation at this point is on the low side compared to last year. But it really just depends on how strong those winds are through the Columbia River Gorge, how much cold air it can bring into the Portland metro area, and just keep it colder than surrounding areas, if that can happen, or if it will warm up. So all of that we are keeping our eye on, and we are updating, daily with our forecast.
Great. And I'm assuming we'll need another, in a couple days from now, I'm sure we'll have a much better idea, I would imagine, of what's going to be happening.
Yes, definitely.
All right. Well, Hannah, thank you very much for joining us. I really appreciate it, and having you on here just to give us a little bit of a context here. So be aware, everyone, that later on this week, we're going to get something. We just don't know exactly what it'll be yet, but be prepared regardless for that. Hannah, thanks for being here on Fox 12 Now.
Of course. Thanks for having me.
And for everybody watching, we're live streaming, and I appreciate you joining us. We've got lots of different things that we cover here on this show, so a wide variety of topics. You can find all those at the Fox 12 Oregon app, or at kptv.com, under the Fox 12 Now tab, or of course on our YouTube channel as well, so plenty of places to go and find that. Feel free to share those and let everybody know about this snow and ice event that could be coming here, or something's coming here later this week. So always good to start being prepared for that ahead of time. But thanks for joining us. I'll talk to you soon. I'm Greg Nibbler. This is Fox 12 Now.